Hampton Roads is helping North Carolina. Trucks filled with supplies for victims of Hurricane Florence left Newport News this morning.
Yeah, and 13 News Now reporter Stephen Graves has more on how one company is supporting our neighbors to the south.
When the severity of Hurricane Florence's aftermath down south became more apparent, people in Newport News felt the urge to help.
It's getting better down there, but at the end of the day, there's still millions of people without power, and from what I've heard, there's still, hundreds of people that are in homeless shelters.
For Micah Owens and his staff at All My Sons Moving, motivation to lend a hand to those in North Carolina started with a request from a local church. He says a member of New Beach Grove Baptist simply asked for help.
They had all the supplies and they needed trucks. Well, we're moving companies.
The trucks were loaned free of charge, 2 of them, loaded and ready to go this morning to Wilmington, North Carolina. Right after the storm hit, we showed you the church's efforts to collect dozens of cases of water, detergent, canned goods, even clothes for the victims. The effort from not only New Beach Grove Baptist, but multiple other churches around the peninsula meant more items than anticipated.
Those people have lost everything, and the least we can do is send a few trucks out to be able to help them out, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day.
Preparing the trucks, getting them loaded yesterday, was even a team effort here locally. The supplies ended up reaching the brim.
Plenty of help from the church. Everybody wound up showing up. So it was done in a matter of time.
The team plans to make the roughly 4-hour drive, simply drop everything off and then come right back. A local effort of unity they hope will make a big impact for those in need. In Newport News, Stephen Graves, 13 News Now.